Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about polyatomic ions and using them. So let's jump over to the polyatomic ion worksheet. Now, this is the first page of the second packet that I sent home, or you came and picked up. Now, with this one, the first section is real easy. I give you the name, you give me the formula, or I give you the formula, and you give me the name. Just grab the back of your periodic table and let's use it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say a couple of the polyatomic ions on this worksheet that you're going to be doing today are not on your list of polyatomic ions I gave you. They exist, they're out there, but they're just not on the sheet I gave you. So sulfate, look on the back of your periodic table, is SO4, and it has a -2 charge. Nitrite. Now, when you look for nitrite, they're in alphabetical order on the back of the periodic table, but they're grouped together by -1, -2, -3 charges. So when you find nitrate, it has a -1 charge. Now, you'll notice nitrate and nitrite are very close together. One's an NO3 and one's NO2. NO3 is nitrate. Nitrite is NO2 and has a -1 charge. Perphosphorate. Is not on your sheet. So we're already one we don't have to have. Now, you'll notice on the back of your periodic table on the polyatomic ion chart, you'll see some of them. For example, hydrogen carbonate, and then underneath it, you've got bicarbonate in parentheses. The words in parentheses are the most commonly used version of the name, but depending on who you're talking to, like if you're talking to somebody from Europe, they're going to say hydrogen or hydrogen carbonate. Whereas if you're talking to an American scientist, they're going to say bicarbonate. They mean the same thing. You can use them interchangeably. I usually use the word in parentheses, but you can use whichever one you want. So let's look at CO3 with the -2. CO3, -2, I'm giving you the formula, and I want to know the name. So if I tell you CO3, you look on the back of your chart, find it on the chart, and when you find CO3 -2, you know that it is called carbonate. MnO4. Now, MnO4 is manganate. So take it. If I give you the formula, I want the name. And if I give you the name, I want the formula. That's all we're doing, going from one to the other and back and forth. And that's what you're doing. Remember, if you look and you can't find it on your polyatomic ion chart, it's out there. You may have to look around for it to find it on the chart. But some of these, I'm not going to say a bunch, are not going to be on your polyatomic ion list. If it's not on your list, you're not responsible for using it. So just kind of skip it. Okay, so let's look down at the bottom. And this, once again, I'm giving you the name and I want the formula. And then on the other side, I'm giving you the formula and I want the name. So beryllium is Be, and beryllium has a +2 charge. Hydroxide is, now you'll notice, is not it's hydroxide, not hydride. So this is OH, and it has a -1. +2, -1, don't cancel. Got to cross them over. So I've got BeOH 2, but I need to show that 2 goes with the O and the H, not the H. So I'm going to put it in parentheses. Sodium is Na, and it has a +1. Nitrite is NO2, and it has a -1. +2, -1 cancel each other out. Don't got to cross it over, so I'm just going to stick them together. NaNO2. Ammonium chloride. Ammonium is NH4, and it has a +1. Chloride is Cl with a -1. Chloride, that "ide" tells me that it's probably off the front of the periodic table. A negative ion. +1, -1, cancel each other out. No crossing over. NH4Cl. And that's how you do that. If I give you the words, I want the name. And if I give you the formula, if I give you the formula, I want the words. So let's take a look at Ba. What is Ba? Ba is barium. And then IO3 is iodate. Odate. I don't need to worry about any numbers. I don't need to worry about any names. What is the charge of this part, or the name of this part? What is the charge of the name of this part? Put them together. Ga is gallium. And then the name of CNO3. CNO. Is not on your paper, so we're going to skip that one. Okay, so Ag is silver, and SO3 is sulfite, and that's how you do it. So if I give you the formula, I want the name, and if I give you the name, I want the formula. Now, when you look at the next section, these are a little bit more complicated because these have multivariable names. For example, iron. We know iron is Fe, but you can't use the periodic table to tell me the charge. That's what this parentheses and this number tells me. Remember, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 2, 3 tells me this is iron with a +3. Bromate is BrO3, and it has a -1. +3, -1, don't cancel. So what do? You cross it over. I'm going to take the 3 and put it here, the 1 and put it here. So I've got FeBrO3, and then I need this 3 to go with this whole BrO3, so I'm going to put the BrO3 in parentheses. Okay, copper 1 cyanate. Copper is Cu, and I can't tell the charge of it, but that 1 right there tells me that it's a +1. Cyanate is OCN. Yeah. OCN with a -1. +1, -1 cancel, no crossing over, so I've got CuOCN. Columbus. You don't need to worry about that. We're not going to do those. You can cross that out. Mercury is Hg, and it has a +1 charge. I know that because it tells me it's a +1. Bicarbonate is one of the ones that's in parentheses. So sometimes it's hydrogen carbonate, sometimes it's bicarbonate. And it's HCO3 with a -1, +1, -1, cancel each other out. So it's HgHCO3. We're doing the same thing on the other side. What is Ni? Ni is nickel. MnO3. You look on the back of the periodic table and find MnO3. And it is not on your periodic table. Okay, SO5. I don't think that is either. Well, that's not on the periodic table or your periodic table. Okay, SN. What is SN? SN is 10. Now, C2H3O2, that is called acetate. Now, realistically, there should be a Roman numeral after the word 10 because 10 is on your holy sheet and can be more than one charge. We haven't talked about how to figure that out yet. We will work on that later, so you do not need to know how to do that yet. So for right now, leave it at 10 acetate. Let's take a look at the next one, Cu2SO5, which is also not on your paper because SO5. CO4 is also not on your paper. NO. Okay, there's a lot more on here, not on your paper than I thought. Oh, wait, that's one NO. My bad. NO is... Actually, I think that's a miserror. Ignore the parentheses. It should be just NO3. Na or AU is gold. NO3 is nitrate. So it's gold and nitrate. Once again, gold is one of those atoms that can be more than one charge. So later on, I will tell you how to figure out the name of it. This is the same thing. Remember, once again, if it's got something that's not on your periodic table sheet, you can just skip it.